And they would.
Okay, just FYI, we are live on the YouTube,
Okay.
so which is fine because, I mean, wait, this was
I have fat on my liver. Nobody needs to know that.
Dr. Paul Whitt. Woo!
I'm way over here.
Way over here. You're gonna have to like
have to
scooch, do a little scooch.
Scooting.
So you have fatty liver?
I have a little fat on my liver. How do you get rid of that?
Well,
Dieting's
Yeah.
not
What
working.
kind of exercising do you do for fatty liver?
First of all, I think that's an incidental finding. That's not something that's
Okay,
significant.
so there's not
Yes.
dying over that.
Okay.
Okay,
Right.
I googled it, said I was dying.
Yeah, Dr. Google said that she was probably going to die this week, that she was going to be the third superstar, Anna was, that died because obviously we
One of
lost to
your
Eddie
friends.
Money
Yeah.
and Rick Ocasek. It comes in threes.
Yeah.
So
Oh yes.
I'm super, super happy that
Yeah.
it's not Anna.
Yeah.
And hi, by the way, if you're watching the live video, we're just having a little fun in here with our Ask the Doc, Dr. Paul Whitt,
Hello.
which I will introduce you again on the air here in a second, so double introduction.
All right.
We are getting ready to perform a procedure live right here in the studio. Hey, you guys like my...
She looks like a pirate girl.
It does look like a pirate winch. I think that's... Yeah,
No,
look like a
they're
winch.
female pirates, and they
Yeah.
were really, really mean, good
Oh,
pirates.
well, we know I'm mean.
No, they were some good pirates.
Do you want headphones or do you want to not mess up your hair?
I like the headphones.
Okay,
Makes it
cool.
nicer.
Yes.
It does make it. It makes it
All right.
seem way more professional. So we're going to talk about the problems with the opiates. Is that what we're talking
Yeah,
about?
sounds
okay.
good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pain
Oh,
medicines.
that's an
Yeah.
epidemic.
Yes.
All right, I'm out.
There you go.
You're welcome to stay.
I was going to make your phone
I have
call.
no idea what she just said. Cool, 95. And I just left because we just were talking on our Facebook Live, which is on My Cool Radio, about an issue that she has. I'm sorry you're so far away. You're welcome
I
to
know.
scooch up further.
You know, I'm not naturally this tiny.
I know.
When I look
Okay.
at the video.
I know, you're like, I'm so small. Here you go. Just come on up. Just stand up, dude. You don't have to...
It looks like you are like 12
Super
feet tall.
I
back
know. So now don't kick me.
there. Oh, here we are.
There you go.
Yes.
Okay, so Anna has had an issue that she's been worried about for quite a while because Dr. Google told her she was going to get ready
Yes.
to die.
Yes.
So she wanted to actually speak to a real
Professional.
doctor. Yes. And find out. And the good news is Anna is not getting ready to die. So that's
Not
awesome.
today.
Not today.
Not today.
Not today. So if you'd like to join in this conversation, head on over to our Facebook page. It's mycoolradio.com. I say we get started. You want to kick it off with the procedure?
Yes, let's do the procedure.
Okay, so this is something that has been an issue for quite a while here at the radio station. And
I was one of the biggest offenders.
all right, so it is. Here, I'm going to move this. He tried to constantly blame the sound of the chair. I mean, the noises his body was making, he would blame it on the chair. So I thought it was really funny. As soon as it squeaked this morning, I said, "Oh yeah, we should have something to fix that." And then he showed me how prepared because he is a professional. No squeak.
I wonder if this is toxic.
Oh,
Probably.
no, we've discovered that everything is going to kill us. Okay. I think you.
We'll see what happens. Now we need to work it in.
Yeah, I think you did a great job. That's I don't know, an actual procedure right here in the studio. The thing is you're not going to sit in it right now because we have discovered that. Okay, so he's got the doctor garb on this morning.
He's dressed like a doctor.
He looks like a doctor, so you must be a doctor. Okay, so this morning we had somebody that had written in talking about issues with opiates.
Yes.
And that
pain
is
medication.
Yes, and
Pain
that's a big deal right now.
It is a big deal. So, kind of a little historical thing. So, 100 years ago, you could literally buy morphine,
Yeah.
heroin, Dilaudid, all sorts of things, from Sears and, from your local
Seriously?
pharmacy. Yes, yeah. And so they figured out those things had certain bad side effects. Anywhere from addiction to actually respiratory depression and could kill somebody in high enough doses. So it started to be regulated years ago. And now it's still a problem. So about 20 years ago, there was a big push. The FDA and the government said, we are not taking enough care with our patients to give them the pain medication they need. People are out there suffering and need pain medication.
Well, and that is actually true.
And that is true. Mm-hmm. That is true. And so there was kind of a push to get doctors to prescribe more pain medication. Some people are saying that it's Big Pharma doing it also. I don't know.
Well, they send in all the super cute girls in really high heels. I mean, I'm sure you see this all the time, that have little samples of things, right?
Yes.
And they're trying to get you on board.
Get you on board.
Yeah.
Anyway, long story short, now there are a lot of people that are abusing opioid pain medicines. And when we say opioids, that is Vicodin, Percocet, morphine, any of those type of prescription narcotic pain medications.
Okay, so this is the issue for me, and I can get into just a big argument on this whole thing, and you get to be the beneficiary of it right now.
All right.
Is you've got all these regulations that are coming down from the FDA that are on doctors that make it where you can't.
It makes it challenging.
It makes it, and doctors can't write. People that are in pain have a hard time getting medication. Okay, so I don't know if you can see this. I mean, like right now, I've got my little back brace on because my back.
It's like a truss or something.
It is, and it helps, because if your core is strong, that helps make it where your back doesn't hurt as bad. And my core is not strong, so this just makes it feel a little bit better for some reason.
Gives you a little support.
It does. It gives me a little support, and it makes me have a really great waist.
Well, I think one thing with the opioid epidemic that we have, there's more education on, is alternatives to narcotic pain medicine. There are a lot of good alternatives to narcotic pain medicine. Such as just plain old Tylenol, Advil, Motrin, that kind of thing.
Have you ever been in pain?
Yes, I have.
Okay. Those don't do anything.
That's not true.
They do for some people. I understand that.
Yes.
But for me, they don't seem to touch my pain really very well. But I just
well,
the whole thing.
And yes, and there's kind of there's about 3 different types of pain. There's the occasional, I have the ache of my tennis elbow, for instance. That's kind of one level. Second level would be if you've had a procedure. You had a hernia procedure or something like that, and you need really pretty significant pain medication for a period of time. And then the third is chronic pain, which that is the most difficult problem to solve. And one of the problems with the opioid medications is that everyone develops a tolerance to the medicine.
Right.
In other words, you're taking one dosage today, and next week you need to take a little bit higher dosage to get the same pain relief, and then the next month a little bit more. And so it really does, if you're taking those on increasing amounts, it becomes a real problem.
It becomes a problem, I guess, for everyone, because you can't knock your pain, for
Right,
one.
right.
It doesn't make a dent.
And I think one of the best solutions for pain management is to, whether it's short-term or long-term, is to have one doctor or one clinic following you for your pain management.
Yes.
I think that going to your primary care physician, and then next week going to the emergency room, and then the next week going to a doc in the box, having multiple people involved with your pain management is very difficult for continuity of care, and it's going to be hard to get your problem solved if you're seeing lots of different doctors.
Well, and I hate to say this, but those are the people that do that shop for a doctor constantly, that are making it more difficult for the rest of us that have actual pain and need pain medicine. I see the same doctor, same pharmacy, trying to keep me above board. But I'm going to tell you, I have been treated like, hey, you're a junkie.
That's a problem. Yes.
So that just makes me feel
and
bad.
by the way, she's not a junkie.
I am not a junkie. And again, I go to the same doctor. I go to the same pharmacy. It's just when you call somebody and you say, "Oh my gosh, I'm in a lot of pain," I need my medicine. Oh, well, that's, that
Right.
kind of.
Yeah, and that's the advantage if they know you, if they've seen you in the office a few times, they know your history. They
Yeah.
can say, okay, well, you're not an addict. You
Right.
really do have a problem. You need something for it.
Yeah. So I don't know what we do about it. I wish we could solve it here this morning, but I don't know that we're actually going to do. I do, welcome your comments in our comment section on our live video, which is on My Cool Radio. This is to me this is such a hot button issue, and I could talk about it for a long time because
it's a big problem.
Yeah,
yes, it is.
I get pretty ticked off about it. But we're gonna do the weather forecast, play another song, and then we'll talk some more with Dr. Paul Whitt. So if you do have a question to ask the doc, you can do that, and I'll try to bring it up a little bit where I'm not as ticked off, because I seem like I'm a little ticked. It's 7:20.
Just let it out. Just let it out. This is therapy this morning.
Exactly. 7:20 at Cool 95.1. Hey y'all. I have this whole thing makes me mad.
I understand. Yes.
Just the whole idea that everybody that is looking to manage their pain is something's wrong with them.
Yes, and I think that there's more and more. I think doctors are better versed that different people respond differently, and this is just, I see this literally every day, and I'll see this with children, who have no secondary gain from this.
Right.
I'll have one that has a tonsillectomy, and they do, literally within 3 or 4 days they're up and running
Right.
and doing their normal thing. I'll have another child that 2 weeks later they're still struggling.
Yeah.
And so it's just the difference in our makeup and how we respond.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think, again, the best idea is to have a doctor that you have a good relationship with.
I think so,
Yeah.
yes.
That sees you often, and nurses that aren't mean. When it's usually the doctor's very nice, but it's the nurses that are
Yeah.
mean.
But you're right. If and the other thing is that not everybody realizes this, is that we get information from the pharmacies for controlled substances and what patients are getting what. Mm-hmm. So there's no point in trying to fool us and saying, well, I haven't had,
No, I don't. I'm not on anything.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
And so when the doctor sees, this person has been to 5 different pharmacies in 5 weeks, it is kind of like, maybe there's something of an issue.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That I get.
Yes.
I totally get it. I worry, though, that when they have these big conversations about, the opioid epidemic, and we need to crack down on this, that there's going to be a lot of people that will not be able to relieve pain.
That's probably true. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, because I know most doctors make you come every month.
Yeah.
Which who can afford to come every month?
I know, exactly.
Who has
Yeah.
the time?
Right.
So anyway, that's a big issue. So
It is.
Okay, so what do we want to talk about next? Because I think there was one other.
Well, we mentioned allergies. This is allergy season.
Yeah, I think we'll talk about that on the air next. So, but I think right now we'll sign off on here. You want to do that?
Good. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
we'll sign off on the live. Thank you so much for joining us on here. Go listen to us on the air, 95.1. Sorry that I seemed like I was a little heated. I didn't mean to be that way. I was,
It's
peace and love. Peace and love.
It's a real topic.
It is.
It's real.
So maybe we'll do a podcast about it sometime.
Oh yeah.
I think that'd be fun.
Totally
All right,
fun.
so we end the videos when we remember to have a good day.